there's a food down there called buchada, and it's a goat stomach with a blood pudding inside, and some other things. And I think it's fried. I never had it, actually. I wanted to try it, and the members said that they would make it for me one day, but they were messing with me because they thought that there's no way I would want to eat buchada. But that's a regional food, pretty typical of the Northeast. And I never got to try it, but I've heard depending on how you make it, it can either be okay or awful. And but that's from a bunch of American guys, they weak stomachs anyways. Another funny thing, they don't do hot sauce. None of the food you will eat in the Northeast is hot. They have one bottle of hot sauce. It's made from Malagueta peppers, I think is what it is. And funny story about that sauce is that it's actually got a threshold in which it doesn't matter how much more you put on, it won't get any hotter. So if you really want to impress the members, you have a few drops, bring yourself up to that threshold, and then start dumping it on. You can have a whole spoonful of it with one bean, and put it down, and they will think you are like some fire-mouthed, Aztec god or something coming into their place, destroying food and drinking hot sauce bottles. But really, it doesn't even get hotter than, a few drops. It's really interesting. I've made some interesting friends. Actually, we went into a bar. The bar served soups on this, and beer. And to kind of make a splash with the people there, we were there with a member. We were eating soup, and to make a splash with the guys there, we just started dumping hot sauce in our food, and it got us some attention. We didn't, take anybody to church from there, but we tried. Something that's really great are the fruits, and you'll have amazing juices down there. And you'll never have better juices. Now they put a lot of sugar in it. It's like sugar, and you're like, and it's more sugar. But it's great. You'll blend up guava. If you don't like guava now, you'll like it then. It's fantastic. I used to have guavas for breakfast every morning just because I love them. The Brazilians don't really have a breakfast. They don't really believe in it too much. At least not the Brazilians that I knew. They'll have a little bit of something sometimes. Most of them will skip it, but you'll have a large lunch. In my mission, there was no dinner, so we kind of had a 2-hour lunch because we'd typically show up for lunch, and that's when they'd start making it, And so we'd go out and we'd kind of knock on the doors, talk to the neighbors and stuff, and come back, and we'd eat some food, because by the time dinner happened, dinner is like you go by a lunch stand, not lunch stand, a snack stand. They call snacks lunchy, and so you go by a lunchy stand, and you buy like a little, it's so good. It's like shredded chicken, like deep fried in like a batter. It's called a coxinha, and like if you haven't had a coxinha, you're wasting your mission and your life and your happiness and all your future prospects of having such. You will eat coxinha maybe every day for the first 6 months of your mission until you get grossed out by them, and then you'll buy a different thing. They're called salgados, and they're great. You'll like them. They're really good. Another thing that they have is acai. Acai is a dark purple berry from the Amazonas, and it's really good, but it's also not naturally sweet. Actually, in the north, they eat it with fish and stuff, which doesn't make any sense to me, but it's like an ice cream. It's like a blended ice cream, and it's really good, and you'll love it too. You have to eat that every time you baptize somebody. It's a tradition that you must carry on. Yeah, it's good. Get it with powdered milk on top. Granola, banana. You can thank me later.